Welcome in, everyone. We have a very important topic to talk about today, and that is whether or not we as Americans here in the homeland face a serious threat of retaliation from Iranian agents who might be inside the country, and what you can do to prepare and be ready and stay vigilant for whatever is coming next after the United States wiped out Iran's enriched uranium programs, stopped the ability of the country to get a nuke. President Donald Trump went in and hit them hard, and now there are serious concerns among some and frankly all of us about what comes next and what we should do to prepare, what we should be out on the lookout for. Before we get into all of that and much more, which is a very, very serious and important topic, please make sure to like and subscribe. It costs you guys absolutely nothing. It is huge for the channel when you like and subscribe. Does me a huge favor. You guys are a part of this too. Comment with your thoughts below on what you think about potential dangers here inside the United States. Hit the bell so you get all the notifications. Make sure all notifications are turned on. You won't miss a video. You'll be the most informed person on the internet. Now, let's get into this incredibly serious topic. As we all know, President Donald Trump launched a bold attack against Iran's nuclear facilities, specifically Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. And those sites were absolutely obliterated by B-2 bombers, 14 of the GBU-57 carried by 7 B-2s, and then cruise missiles launched at Isfahan. If I'm mispronouncing that a little bit, my apologies, doing my best here. Fordo took the brunt of the hit, with the facility being essentially cratered in after, I believe, 12 of the 14 GBU-57s hit that target and absolutely pulverized it. The GBU-57 is, of course, a 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb, and now all eyes are on what happens next. The United States has been crystal clear to the Iranians if they retaliate against any of our locations in the region, and certainly if they retaliate here in the United States, that there will be significant, severe consequences for that action. Yet we still do not know what the Iranians might do. We still do not know how the Iranians might retaliate. And while a lot of people think it'll be kept to the bases in the area, that it'll be kept to bases in the Middle East, I have a very serious worry, and that is what could happen here in the United States. What could happen inside the United States? What could the Iranian regime, which is the largest state sponsor of terror on the face of the planet, what could they do? Let's get into that and break it down right now. I'm going to say some things in this video that some people might not like, and I really don't care because we have to be honest. This country just launched a massive attack against Iran, and Iran has the ability to hit back in a variety of ways. Again, we are talking about a country that is the largest state sponsor of terrorism on the planet. They fund terrorism everywhere. The regime does not care who dies. They would kill all of their enemies if they could. Now, are there a lot of good people in Iran? There's absolutely a lot of good people in Iran. Iran was a thriving society before the revolution, when then the Islamic regime came in, and it's been a terribly run country ever since. Very oppressive. Women are abused. Anyone who's not in line with the regime is abused. And one of the strategies the Iranians have is that they want to place terror networks all over the world. And the problem for the U.S. is this. We allowed, someone I would say allowed, and again, I'm not doing this because I want to make this video political. I'm just giving you the facts. During the Joe Biden presidency, our southern border was wide open for 4 years. We have no idea who came through that border. We have no idea where they are now. We have no idea how many people came through the border. Was it 10 million? Was it 15 million? Was it 20 million? We allowed an invasion essentially on the southern border. It is more than possible that during those 4 years, Iran purposely snuck operatives into the United States just in case they ever wanted to activate a sleeper cell to carry out terrorist attacks inside the United States. Again, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this because I want to get into a huge political discussion. That's not what I'm doing here. That is not the goal. The reality is the reality, though. We don't know who's in this country. We know drug cartel members have come over. We know members have been stopped and caught on terror watch lists affiliated with terrorist groups. And those are the ones who got caught. What about the ones who never got caught? How many Iranians could be in this country that crossed the border under Joe Biden's administration? How many could be IRGC members? How many could be sleeper cell agents from other terror networks? We allowed the border to be flooded with people. And now the United States has a serious problem where we don't know who these people are or where they are. And we have to treat that threat with the severity that it represents. It takes one person to put on an S-vest, walk into a movie theater, and we have a tragedy on our hands. It takes one person, one Iranian sleeper cell agent, to go into a mall and cause all sorts of carnage and chaos. And we need to be able to talk about that. We need to be able to look that threat directly in the eye. And the US government right now, reportedly, is looking at people in the country who might be Iranian agents, might be aligned with Iran, and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to make sure that anyone who poses any kind of threat or could be a sleeper agent, could have snuck across the border, number one, get them the hell out of the country, obviously. They don't belong here. They're not legal citizens. They're not here on a green card. They're not here on a visa. But they need to find these people if they exist. And I have no doubt the CIA and the FBI and other intel organizations are doing that. Because if we don't take that threat seriously, it takes one person to take out a bunch of innocent civilians. And if you think Iran wouldn't do that, I would encourage you to look at the groups that they've armed in the Middle East. The groups in Lebanon. We can't say their name on YouTube because the video will get taken down. The groups in Gaza. The groups in Yemen. The militias they back in Syria and Iraq. This is who these people are. And they will absolutely, without hesitation, kill Americans. And if they have sleeper cells, that's what they'll activate to do it. We have to be aware they could conduct an attack inside the United States. So then the question is, what can you do to be prepared? Let's talk about that right now. When it comes to what you can do to protect yourself, there are some simple steps I would encourage everyone to take. And I would encourage you guys to listen to what I'm saying, think about it. And I'm sure if you're watching this channel, a lot of you guys already do this stuff. Number one, be aware of your surroundings. If something, and trust your gut, if something feels off, if something gives you a feeling in your stomach that something's not right, I'm out in public and I see people behaving in a way that doesn't seem normal. Trust your instincts. Alert the authorities. The worst thing that happens is that you made a wrong call, the police check it out, no harm, no foul. If you say nothing, then what if you were right? What if your instincts were right? And now there are dead Americans. So pay attention to your surroundings. If it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. Same logic applies when you're walking down the street at night. If your stomach starts telling you something's not adding up, I would guarantee you it's not. Number two, I would argue avoid areas with a high concentration of people in big cities in the short term. Just out of an abundance of caution. Because if they're going to strike at those areas. They want to get as many people as they can. So in the next week or 3 weeks, think about how many people are going to be there, how crowded is it going to be, and if you do go, and I'm not saying you can't do those things, go live your life, you let them win when you live in fear, but be aware. And if you do go, goes back to the first point I said, which is be aware of your surroundings, be aware who's around you. Point three, know how to defend yourself. You are your first line of defense. The police are great. They show up as fast as they can, but nobody is going to get there quicker than you will yourself. And I know the laws, depending on the state, are different. So I'd encourage everyone to know their laws and know what the rules and regulations are. But whether you're in your home or elsewhere, I would encourage you to get the tools. I got to be careful because I don't need YouTube taking the video down. Get the tools and training you need to take care of yourself and your family. Those are 3 easy steps you can take right now in case Iran decides to pull off a terror attack inside the United States. See something, say something. If your gut tells you it's wrong, it's probably wrong. Maybe don't go to massive events in the short term that would be a high on the list for a terrorist attack. And 3, know how to defend yourself. I'm not going to get into what I do because, again, we don't need this video getting taken down by YouTube. But something tells me if you're watching this channel, you probably do all 3 of those things in a heightened state, certainly 1 and 3. You definitely trust your gut. You definitely have the tools to look out for yourself. And those are basic steps you can take. Basic steps. So now we wait to see what happens. We wait to see how Iran reacts. Hopefully they bend the knee, realize they got their ass kicked, and that's the end of it. But they might choose a different strategy. They might try to kill Americans. And we have to be ready for that. And we have to be our first line of defense. And we have to know the risks and the threats that are out there. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below how you're going to handle the situation if you think Iran will strike with terror groups, sleeper cells in the United States. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, it costs you nothing. It's huge for the channel. Hit the bell so you don't miss a video. Make sure all notifications are on. And I'll see you all next time when we have a new update.